Hi, my name is Terry Lee, and this is video 6 in our series Dragonfly Flight. The first thing we're going to do in video 6 is I'm going to show you a couple of things that I did or that happened off screen, because you guys know how to, glue paper and stuff. So I just want to show you a little bit about what I've gotten caught up on. We already did this part. This is the page we're going to work on in this video. I covered this envelope and I put a tuck on here, and I put a Velcro dot on here to hold it shut. We're going to have to put a Velcro dot on here, but I want to decorate this page first to see, because when you go to close it, it's hard to see, but when you go to close it, it flaps out and it kind of hits over here. So the same on this one. I covered this and I put a tuck spot on it, and this is where our notebook goes. I'm gonna have to take it out to work on it, but I ended up, here's our notebook. Let me slide that out. I ended up, the ribbon that I glued in there, I ended up having to take it out. It was impeding on the book to fold. But that gizmo that I was telling you about, that spatula thing, it's soft rubber, and you can find it on Amazon. And it's in the makeup section because you use it like a spatula, like when you're making your own makeup or aromatherapy stuff and whatever. And I just bought a kit that has smaller ones, so then you can work down into a smaller area. And what I use it for, and my friend Robin from Uniquely Robin's showed me this, and in fact she sent me this one in the mail, is so that you don't have to touch it. Once you put your glue down, then you can take your cloth, you know what I mean, and you can smooch it down where you want. So anyway, so I took that ribbon off on the inside. What else did I do? Oh, I covered this. I had a paper clip here because we have to remember to put a writing card in there, and I'll show you in a second what the writing card's going to look like. So this paper is, it looks like it came from this kit, but it didn't. It came from another kit by Janie B. And this one was called Collage Junk Journal Kit. Now there's a collage paper kit, and I have that too, and that's really good. It's just papers that look like collaged papers, and then you can use them in your projects. You print them out. But this one is a collage paper junk journal. So it's got ephemera and everything with it. Anyway, so this is one of the pages, and I really liked it. And then on this was a long side pocket, if you remember. And so inside, I made a writing card out of the same paper and put it on the inside here. Now, this is the same paper that we're going to use to put inside this long pocket here. Wow. In this long pocket here. And then I could take the paper clip out. We might want to put a tab on it just so people notice that it's there. Or something. Some sort of something. This one you can see. This one you can see easily. But that other one you may not. But see, this one's definitely going to need a Velcro. But everything's kind of color coordinated. You'll notice when we do have the color, it isn't, I tried to make it so that it didn't make your eyes hurt. So we still have this page to do. Both of these pages. We're going to be working on this one too in this video. And we still have that one to do. And then we're working on this one today. All right, one of the other things I wanted to show you is that this kit has quite a bit of ephemera. and I really like these little bitty tags. But there's also some stuff from other kits. Now that Victoria Designs kit called Dragonfly Junk Journal, I've gotten some stuff out of there. These items here, now these I've inked already, and these two come from this page. And it cut two of them out. This is actually a backing page. It isn't even meant to be cut apart, but I thought these elements would look good in this junk journal, and I'm going to use some of them as like little pockets, the ones that have dragonflies on them. Okay, so that's that. Also, I wanted to mention to keep your scraps, because look, this is going to make a perfect pocket or a writing card. It's just a piece of the paper. Okay, and you know, this one's already inked because we were going to use it on a check. Remember, a check envelope, and then I messed up somehow and it didn't work out, so we took it off real fast. See, there's the ink, the glue. But we can use this for something, definitely. We can glue some writing paper on the back and use it as a writing card. Fit it in the envelope that we were going to put it on. And then this is the paper from that other kit by Janie B. And there's also this one that we're going to use. All right. I think that covers that. Let's get our big stack of ephemera that hasn't been inked yet. And we'll put it over here. Okay, and this is our scraps. I don't think we're going to use anything from this page. I've already cut out one of these, and it's a different color, but we'll see. These are scraps that could be used. So I'll put that in here. I have this little holder. It's one of those circle ones that you use to hold letters, and it looks like a coil. Anyway, all right, we're going to set our notebook aside. We're going to take our little journal out. Okay, and we're going to take these two and we're going to set them in our ephemera bucket along with our papers. Oh, and don't forget, we've got all of these dragonflies we can cut out as well. Plus, I've got this big envelope from the kit, and we have these two seed packets as well from the kit. Okay, so that's that. So on this page, I really wish now that I hadn't gone ahead and glued these down. And there may come a time doing this that that we end up with a paper that isn't that we glue over the top of. Okay, let me set this here real quick because I'm having trouble with my video, so I want to make sure on my time, because I'll have to pause you and then start over in another video, but you won't notice it except for I'll say, okay, we're going to pause. Oh, I wanted to show you this as well. I'm always wondering what color inks everybody uses when they're inking their stuff, and I bought this kit of 4 of the 1x1s, and this is shaded lilac, this is scattered straw, this is spun sugar, and this is evergreen bough. Now, if you look at these and you look at the colors in this kit, let's compare it to this page here. We could have used every one of these with this project. I'm just saying. It's $10 for a kit of the 4 of the 1x1s on Amazon. Kit. So that's that. All right. Now, for this page, it would have been easier to do this had this paper not been on the page. I should have just kept thinking about this like we were doing an altered book, but I didn't. So we're going to set the book aside, and on this page we're going to put a stacked pocket. Now this is a pocket from the Victoria Design kit as well. Wow, my nails are really dirty. Anyway, working. I got ink or something on my nails. So what's going to happen is this is going to be our base. I know that this is upside down, but if I turn it right side up, the part you see, well, it's still pretty, but look, this has all the dragonflies on it. And so I don't, well, how much of it is going to show me? Let me see. By the time we get these on here and put this on that, no, I want the dragonflies to show. There's not enough of it so that you can realize it's upside down, but we have to make sure this one's right side up as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is these are going to go across here, but it's not going to be like a belly band or whatever. These aren't going to stick out. We're going to wrap it around and slide them in. Okay, are you ready? So these envelopes are, these papers are, this one is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. These 3 are 3 by 5s. And then this is the pocket that's going to go on the bottom. That's going to be one of the folded ones so that it has a little bit of depth to it. And it's going to go across the bottom. Now, the way we're going to do this top pocket is going to go down the whole length. This pocket will go from here all the way down. This one will go from here to here. And then we'll have this pocket on the bottom. Right? So, step 1. Decide where you want the pockets to go. Like this. That, and where you want them to go, across the paper. So, we want this to go down this far. Remember, this 8 1/4 is almost the length of our page. So we want to be able to stick stuff in there in this top pocket without it sticking out of the top of the book. Okay? So then you take your pencil and you make a light pencil mark where you want to lay that pocket. And then you do the same all the way down on all of them. Okay? I've already made a little mark on these. There's a little mark right there. And it doesn't matter that there's a little pencil mark. You can either erase it or you can just put your pocket to where it lays right on top of the pencil mark, and then nobody will see it. Ever. Never, ever. So the first thing we're going to do, now, the reason I cut these extra wide is because we're going to wrap part of it around. Not all of it, but just part of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make little flower pots. All right, so I'm going to mark this as the top. What we're going to do is we're going to measure, let's use little mini pea. We're going to measure can't get a hold of them on this glass thing. we're going to measure a 1/2 inch in. I'm just gonna guesstimate it. And then a 1/2 inch down. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Half inch in. And a 1/2 inch down. Okay. Now you're going to take from where these meet, your 1/2 inch in and your 1/2 inch down, and then you're going to go draw a diagonal down to the bottom, but you're not going to make it super angled, just a bit angled, and draw a line. And you're going to do the same on the other side and try to make it even. Okay, now we're going to cut it out. We're going to cut it out like this. We're going to cut in from underneath our 1/2. We're going to cut our angle up to that cut. I'm going to do the same on this side. So we're basically making a tab. We're making our own tab. Hopefully you can't hear my stomach making strange noises. Okay. Now we're going to do that on all of them. Now, since I can't pause my camera, I'm going to go ahead and do it, but I'm going to cut it out of the final video so you don't have to sit here and watch me do all these. Okay, we're back. So now I basically have a bunch of little flower pots. Isn't that cute? Make sure that you've inked this paper, and I only inked the top because these are going to slide right down inside of each other. Probably should have made that tab bigger because now they're going to sit really close together. Well, that just means actually that we can add a couple more. We could alternate. We could make 2 more and then alternate a wider one and a smaller one and a wider one. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back. Okay, now we've got all of our little flower pots cut, and I want to show you. This is why I call them flower pots because they look like little flower pots. Okay, so we're going to glue them. I ended up making 2 more because they go on, once they're on, they all slide together, right, with no spaces in between. I forgot about that, and my little stack was going to be too short. So I added 2 more, and I made them taller this way, from here to here. And then that way they were taller in between. So this is the order I'm going to glue them on in. So I want to figure out where I want them to be, because remember, I still am going to add this big dragonfly at the bottom. So I'm going to want them to be, I think, lined up with the bottom. Yeah, I think so, or very close to it. And then this pocket will go here. Okay, so let's start gluing them on. No, I haven't inked this because I haven't used the scoreboard and scored the edges yet. Put that up there. Okay, so I'm going to slide this stack over. Wait a minute. I'm going to put the stack back. And I'm going to mark where the top one's going to go. And that one's crooked. Let's see if I need to remark it. No, it's a small enough mark. Okay. So what we do is we take the top one, and then we're only going to glue it, and I know this one's like really crooked, but it's okay because you're not going to see it. So we're going to want to glue it, the top one on, and all we're going to glue on are the tabs. So we get it where we want it, and then we flip it over, and then we glue the tabs. This way, we're not gluing the bottom, so the pocket's going to run all the way down. Got to get a hold of it. Okay. So we fold that over. And now we fold this one over. And now our first pocket is on. So now we take the next one and we put it where it goes, right up against. And we flip it over. It's sort of like making an envelope stack. And you know you have it in the right place if the top of this tab is right at the bottom of this tab. Now we're going to glue. This one was made out of a scrap, that page that I pulled off. If you want, if you think it'll be easier for you to fold them, you can actually score them right where the fold's going to be. But I'm stubborn. I just make it bend to my will. And then this one is heavier, so I'm going to have to hold it down. Okay, so now we have two pockets, and this pocket goes on and on. Okay, this one goes here. Oops. This one goes here. And you want to make sure you get that top one on straight, or they're all going to be crooked. And you'll have to make a whole new one. Thought I broke my glue bottle there for a second. I'm going to try that art glitter glue. It'll be here tomorrow. So we'll get to try it out on part of this book. Haven't ever had any really big success with white glues, but so now there's your third pocket, and you see how it's lower, or this area is wider, because we made that higher tab on that one, the wider tab, because where the tabs are determines how tall your stack is. Okay, so now this one's gonna go here. And I almost went and got my photo album that I made, because it has something like this. But I think you could just watch the photo album tutorial. See, I got in a plug for my own video. But I think you'd really like it. It's got the photo album. I think I figured out I could put 50 photos in it. 50. 50. It's kind of smearing the glue around. I put a little extra because these are the wider ones, so they're a little thicker and a little harder to get down. Okay, and now we put on our last one. Double check that because I had to slide it over. Okay, glue this one on. Now that bottom pocket is from a kit. It's from the Victoria Designs kit. Now I was just going to use, you know, the paper from this kit, and 99.9% of it is, but there were one or two things in that other kit that I really liked and that I thought would go well with this one, so I went ahead and printed them off. All right, so now right now our top pocket goes all the way down to the bottom. See, it would stick out if we weren't going to put that last pocket in. And then this one does the same. Goes all the way down. And this one, and this one, and this one. So now, at this point, you can glue this bottom if you want to. And it might work better if you do. So let's glue this last one down. And this, whoops, the sides. Since it's the bottom one, got a little carried away with that glue. Do you guys want me to say it again? Try baby wipe. Okay. Now, oh, it was a piece of paper on there for a minute. I thought there was a crack in the bottle. Now for this one, that's going to go on the bottom. Now, that's what I get for filming at 8 o'clock at night. And I've been up since 2:30 this morning. Now, I had thought about drawing a couple of the lines in. And I saw that I believe Lisa had done that on hers, so that when you're doing these pockets and you're doing the part that doesn't line up with one of the lines, you can still get it straight. See, like here, but you can still tell whether you've got it lined up at the top and the bottom because you've got the darker score line. And I just took a Sharpie, a thin Sharpie, and went up and down this one row to make it darker. I may do one more. I should have done this in the middle, but it's at 5 3/4 because I was just trying it out. All right, now we're going to fold it on the score line lines that we just made. And now we'll be able to ink it. Let's see, that's still kind of cracked. Okay. I hope this works. Let's just hold it up here first. Yeah, we're going to need to fold more. Let's see. Needs to go here. See, I got a narrow one. So if we put the pocket here, then we're going to need to fold it. Let's see, here and here. Okay, so let's mark it again. I thought it might be too wide. We're going to see if remember, roll at the end with the flat side of your bone folder so that you don't rip your paper. If you hear that popping noise, there's a possibility that you have ripped the paper. Now, I'm going to fold this. I'm going to have to trim it. From our new fold to this outside corner. We'll see if that works. If it doesn't, we'll trim the sides down. Well, let's see if that works. We may and we want to fold this up. Let's see how good our fold is. That will work. Now, I think what I want to do is, I think I want to cut this back a little bit more. So it's not so bulky there at the corners. This one isn't bad. So let's put a little drop of glue on there. Little pieces of paper. These are definitely scraps you do not have to keep. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna, let's see. That's going to make it harder to put stuff down inside. So what if we fold this up like that and wrap these around like the other pockets. And then just glue the bottom too, or as well. I mean, you know, glue this bottom to the bottom of here and wrap these two around and glue them. So let's do that. Okay, we're going to run some glue here, run some glue there, and I hope this works. And I forgot to ink the bottom. And everything was going so well. Let's see if that works. I have to re-ink this side over here. Now we can ink all the way up the sides on all of them, actually. Now that they're on there. Oh, and I did round the corners on this. I'm not really sure why, but I like it. And there is a little boo-boo right here where it's a little too narrow. We'll just cover it with ink and no one will notice. I ordered some little foam things and they're like really small, like what you would clean your keyboard with. And yeah, there we go. So now we have to come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags. So we'll do that off camera. Both of us. You'll be doing yours, I'll be doing mine. Now all we have to do is glue this to the page. Okay. And I want it where this is even with the bottom of the paper, and that will give us enough room when we put stuff in the top pocket. We'll have this much room. Okay. So that looks good. You know, if we wanted to, we could make the top a big pocket as well. Let's just glue the sides. Let's leave that open all the way down. So let's glue the bottom. We're going to glue the sides. So now we're going to have 7 cards or ephemera we're going to have for this. You're welcome. I know you're just excited with me right now. 7 pieces of ephemera on this one little thing. I can hear you guys saying it. So you want this even with the bottom and as close to the center as we can eyeball it. So we'll put this down. And move it up just a little bit so it's even with the paper, and that way the green shows. This pocket will be a little bit looser. Except what have we got here? Let's take this small bone folder. Looks like there was some glue on the paper and it almost glued our pocket shut. There we go. And so there's our page. Now we're going to have technically a pause, but I'm just going to stop the video and start a new one so we don't get too big of a file, and that makes it easier for me to transfer it over to my desktop. Okay, so I will see you in just a few minutes, and we will be working on this page right here. Okay, see you in a second.